Alright. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic or the Classic Non-Classic. This is episode number 3343. Doubleshot 3237. Yeah, two IDW trades. First that we have is Star Trek Classics, the Mirror Saga, which I believe this is the last of the Classics books that IDW has released. This collects issues 9 to 16 of the original Star Trek ongoing from DC Comics, released back in the 1980s. Written by Mike W. Barr, artwork by Thompson and Renato Vergara, known as the Mirrorverse Saga, the original one, not the one we had in the 2010s. That was so. This is a alternate take on what happened between Star Trek 3 and 4, where Spock is recovering from the events of Star Trek 3, and during the course of this, the ISS Enterprise comes from the universe over to Prime Universe, and we have sort of an alternate take. One of many alternates, because basically the comic's not necessarily canon to the main continuity. The movie, the books tend to try to fit the continuity the best they can. The comics are their own separate continuity, per se. They do acknowledge the events in live action, but their own separate thing, because stuff here is completely contradicted by the movies. Because, of course, we had the universe invading, and of course, we also have Spock meets Spock. We do have Kirk meets Kirk, which I thought that was really cool. In the case of DC stuff, this is generally not canon. In the case of Year 5, I kind of feel that is canon because that's set during a not very shown time period for Star Trek, so I count that one as canon. This one, not necessarily no. Though the saga here is also called New Frontiers. Yeah. So, it's really good storytelling by Mike W. Barr. Also, one point, because here's the thing, there's no Enterprise A yet, because basically it's for Star Trek 4. So, Kirk is given command of the Excelsior, the same ship that the book claims that Kirk sabotaged, despite the fact that was Scotty who did that. And he's simply given command of it, reluctantly, to deal with this invasion, because, Kirk kind of goes back to Earth here, this other key. In the movies, he doesn't do it yet after 3 months. No mention of the Klingon bird of prey they captured here. Nope, no mention of that ship at all. It's like, and you might be curious, like, where's Savick? Not here. But overall, this was excellent storytelling on the part of Mike W. Barr and Thompson on the artwork. And I give this book here a 9 out of 10. And that sadly puts the last of the, like I said, last of the Star Trek Classic books. So I'm replacing that with New Voyages, because I did technically start reviewing this one already, so I figured, why not continue reviewing this one? Next up we have is Godzilla, Skate or Die. Yes, another one of these Godzilla miniseries. This one is 5 issues. Written, drawn by Louise Joyce. Mostly put, it's a bunch of the whole thing with this miniseries is that it's a bunch of skateboarders just witnessing Godzilla and fighting a bunch of monsters. Like all the classic monsters here that you could think of. Basically, like the Smog Monster, Rodan, all the classic ones. That's kind of the gist of this miniseries, just witnessing all that stuff, basically be there. And try to avoid all the monsters. That's kind of the gist of the miniseries, but there's not really much to say about this one. But I did enjoy this one. Give roughly a 9 out of 10. Yep. So yeah, that's took a review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Now you might be thinking, is this the last of the Godzilla trade paperbacks that's on this website? I don't know. I haven't checked it yet, but I probably will check soon. Okay? Next video. Bye. Which is next One Piece next. Bye.